Traders War Room wants to thank you, the viewer, for coming along with us on this journey. Please check out the description tab as it has an overview of content on the channel and some links for resources and online brokerage. Thank you. What is up, team? Chuck with Traders War Room, and I'm back at you with another video. Listen, this is your Friday market wrap-up, and I got a great video in store for you. We're going to do some learning. We're going to do some training. We're going to talk about some news. We're going to talk about some trends and see what we got in store for next week, all right? What I need you to do right now is like, share, subscribe, join the team, join the community. Listen, we got Facebook, Twitter, Discord, YouTube. There is a social media platform for everyone out there. What I need you to do right now is think about your future, your financial future, and if you are ready to jump into the journey to becoming more knowledgeable and better prepared with the stock market. So, if you're ready, follow me and let's go to war. Traders War Room wants to remind you, the viewer, that this is for education and entertainment purposes. You are responsible for every move and decision you make within the stock market. Tread cautiously and be careful, but have fun and go to war. All right, team. Hey, welcome back. Real quick, let's give a shout out to all of our team members on all the social media platforms, okay? You guys are doing a fantastic job. You guys are driving the content. You guys are giving us feedback, and you are making it so that me and my moderators are able to put out great content, and it shows, okay? Our numbers are boosting up, our likes are boosting up on the topics, and people, even during this correction, while a lot of our growth stocks are down, people are still able to get knowledge and make some money and make positions for future earnings and gains when the market rebounds. So I want to give you guys the props. Also, if you see my hat, I got a new hat that I normally don't wear. Big shout out to Tri-City Generals here in the Fort Benning area, all right? If you're living near this area, go check them out, okay? They do private type of workouts and exercises, extracurricular activities for the youth and young athletes, all right? My son goes there. They are absolutely fantastic, and I highly recommend them. So big shout out to the staff over there at Tri-City Generals. You guys rock, and I'm going to promote you guys every time I can. So without further ado, let's get into it, all right? What's hot and what's not, called the Buzz Report in the stock market. Let's get it. All right, as you see, all three of the major indexes green across the board, not too bad. And we see that the 10-year bond went down just a bit. There's your market movers. Today, during our training part, we're going to pick one of the top gainers and one of the top losers, and we're going to look at the charts and see where these showed signals and signs of gaining or losing. All right, right here are some IPOs scheduled to pop next week. One that has a lot of attention is the UIPath, so we're going to talk about that for a little bit. But here's your IPOs. Take a look at these and see which ones you think are going to be future winners. So as you see, UIPath is going to come out IPO on the 19th, and its estimated valuation at $35 billion. So a little background on this company. The guy that created it was a Microsoft superstar coder. He wanted to create his own company, and his company is focused on building technology that aids companies with integrating and outsourcing. It utilizes robotic process and automation and helps to automate tedious business tasks and procedures. It's being considered a game changer with rapid growth over the next few years. So with UiPath specific, we're seeing that this has opportunity for rapid growth, okay? Businesses are getting so much technology nowadays and so many processing applications and platforms and all the background stuff that make businesses work at such a rapid pace, they just can't keep up with it on their own. So what they do, they use AI. They're going to use robotic programming to help streamline and optimize their companies. So I can see a lot of companies, a lot of bigger corporations be very interested in this stock, and this could be a potential mover in the near future to further on down the road future. All right, something we haven't really touched base here recently. I want to get back to some of our TWR principles. Remember, we got 4 of them, all right? And we are training, planning, managing, and securing all dealing with the stock market and all trying to get our portfolios squared away so that we're in the best position possible for future gains. And right now I want to get into some training. All right, we're going to look at some stocks. We're going to see some good stocks, some bad stocks, and we're going to talk about what happened and why some of these stocks are moving and why some of these stocks are not moving and why some of them are moving in the direction we don't want it to go, which is down. Okay, so let's get at it. All right, and so we're looking at our top gainers for the day. So let's take a look at RX and see if we can understand why it had a 73.89% change in the underlying stock. So let's take a look at that. So when I clicked on this stock, right away I realized, okay, I kind of understand why this popped the way it did today. This was an IPO that came out on Friday. So tracking, we see that it opened up at 26.68, it pushed far up at 32.90, sharply declined as most IPOs do after people take their initial profits, and then around that 14 to 14.30 area, it started getting support at its base at 25.20, and it started riding back up towards closing at $33, and it ended up closing officially at 31.30. All right, so we take 26.68 divided by 31.30, we get our percent of change. So I get why this rode up, because people were interested, they took profits, and then it continued up. It's consolidating after hours, so this might give an opportunity to get in this again. If it shows some strong momentum, we'll have to take a look at the stock and see what it does on Monday. But this makes sense. All right, and here's some of your top losers. So let's take a look at SQBG and see why this thing went down 36.85%. See if we can look at the chart and tell why it went down. Now for this chart, I have to go out a little bit more because it has more history, and I'm noticing that it was consolidating around the 1520 for a month or so, maybe further if we go further out, and then it sharply climbed up to $40.49, and then since then it's been taking a dive and kind of coming back up at certain spikes, but definitely came down hard today, and I can't really tell why on the chart. The chart doesn't really give me any indications of why it came down so hard, so I'm gonna have to go in do a little bit of DD. So let's check out Google and see what this stock has to offer us for news on why this thing tanked. All right, so this makes more sense on why this tanked so hard, because as soon as I Googled this ticker and I got a verifiable news media source, it tells me that they're in a law firm is investigating claims of fraud and abuse by the directors and the officers of SQBG, and they're telling people that if you're shareholders, you guys should contact the SEC and some other avenues, because these guys are being investigated for bad things. Now, this is not saying that this stock is a bad stock, because we don't know, everyone's innocent until proven guilty, but it definitely leaves a bad taste in the investor's mouth, and I can see why it sharply declined towards the end of the trading day, especially with this news circulating around. So this makes sense as well. The chart really isn't going to tell us much, but that's why we have to go out and research and do some DD when we see the drastic declines and it doesn't make sense on the indicators according to the chart. Just real quick on technicals, they're great for getting an idea of chart patterns and how it's going to move, but news and press release and things of that nature will always trump technicals every single time. Okay, you get a positive sentiment story or a negative sentiment story, it's going to make the stock fluctuate in a way that technicals may not show you, that a pattern or may not make sense to technical chart reading. So just understand that. Next thing, we got our questions from the front line. All right, I'm going to take 2 questions today, and I'm going to answer them the best I can and hopefully provide you guys that ask the questions and the viewing audience some insight into a little bit more of the way I think of the stock market and give you guys, some just knowledge moving forward. So I'll do my best. Let's get at the questions right now. Let's do it. All right, our first question comes from Kebby09. Hey, when you get a moment, can you tell me about DOGE? They're talking about DOGE Coin, the cryptocurrency that's been going nuts here recently. And you know what? This is a great question, so let's talk about it a little bit. But I want to use some illustrations with this one. So real quick, a little history about Dogecoin. It's been around for 8 years. It's had like forever, it was less than a cent, okay? This alternative coin has been extremely cheap, okay? So it was meant to be kind of a meme joke. There was like a picture of Shiba, a dog, and it was just kind of just the people's coin, essentially, is what it's been coined with. But it's been surging lately, and Elon Musk has helped do that. He'll tweet out the picture of Shiba on like a rocket ship or something, and you'll see Dogecoin spike. But it's been getting some real spikes lately. You know, we saw some like into the 40 cents the other day, and I think it's sitting around like 20 something cents today. But definitely it is got some momentum, and it's trending as one of the most popular cryptocurrency coins currently on the crypto market. So definitely need to keep a watch and pay attention. The funny thing about this is no one was supposed to take this coin seriously. It was just supposed to be funny. Elon has been one of the big people that have been pumping this up and utilizing it on his Twitters and having a good fun time with this. And it's seen spikes anytime he tweets something out. This thing just rockets up and then it'll come back down. But now it's rocketing up and it's staying up there quite higher than it has been in previous. So, you know, we definitely need to keep our eye on it. And there's your picture of Shiba and the Musk riding Dogecoin to the moon. So at the time of this video, you can see where Dogecoin's at. All right, and there's my position. You can see average cost around 5 cents a coin. I'm up about 420%, and my equity in this is nearing $800. All right, and this question, actually a comment more, comes from Self Legend off the Discord. I wanted to send you thanks your way a long time ago. Been following your plays, and now I'm seeing money come in towards me. Just wanted to thank you for explaining the fundamentals of stocks. Wasn't going to have this long message at work. Enjoy your weekend. Hey, man, appreciate it. Shout out to anyone who's made money along with any of the plays that we've put out there on the social media platform. Listen, me and my moderator team, we work with other groups, and we try to drive content that is meaningful and thoughtful for other people. We're not giving alerts out like you see some other YouTubers or some paid subscription service. This is all free for you guys. It's just basically plays that we're interested in or we're in ourselves, and we're pushing them out because we think they're good plays. Some are winners, some are losers, but we all learn something together. And if I can help one person out and then hopefully they can inspire others, then that's at the end of the day. The main goal is to be better prepared today than we were yesterday. So, Self Legend, big props to you, shout out, and thanks a lot, man. All right, at this time, we're going to get into one of my favorite segments, the You Pick It, I Buy It, okay? I give you 5 stocks, all right? I've already vetted the stocks. Any one of these stocks I wouldn't mind owning, but you guys are supposed to go out and do your own DD on these stocks, find out which one piques your interest out of the 5 I give you, and hopefully maybe found another sector or a hidden gem of a stock that might perform extraordinarily well in the future. All right, today's You Pick It, I Buy It list comes from communication and networking. Communication and networking sector is primed to explode in the near future and the foreseeable future as our infrastructure is weak, and we're out to rebuild this so we can be competitive with other nations and be a front runner for communications and telecommunications. So pick one of these. The winner on Sunday will be bought on Monday, and let's go out and get a good one. It's a wrap. I want to give a shout out real quick though. I'm going to be preparing a video this weekend, okay? I've been getting a lot of questions on the Discord and on the Facebook about, hey, how do I search for potential stocks that are looking to break out? So I'm going to do a technical video and break down some indicators using charts and things that I look at and things that my moderator team, they utilize for looking for those breakout moments where stocks really look primed to explode up, because we need to do our homework. We need to be ready, especially in this volatile market. We have to be better prepared. And listen, the other stocks that were just like so-so and things, they're not running like they used to, okay? So when we pick a stock, we need to make sure it's an A+ stock that gives us the best bang for our buck and opportunity to succeed, all right? And that's what it's all about. I want to remind you guys here at Traders War Room, we look at the stock market like it's a war zone. It's the stocks and the sectors, those are our battles, all right? We do it together as a team and as a unit, all right? We attack, destroy, and conquer the stock market. We're doing it. We've been doing great, and we're doing it even while this market is so volatile and a lot of our stocks are down because we're out there reconning the area, we're surveying, and we're looking for a best opportunity to strike hard and strike fast that gives us our most bang for our buck. The ultimate goal is to be better prepared today than we were yesterday, and I feel like we're meeting that goal in spades. So I always ask you, if you're ready, follow me and let's go to war.